For the first time ever in a Big Ten baseball tournament play, the 12 seed wins a game, an absolutely massive win for Michigan State, an 8-4 win over Purdue. First time since 2023 Michigan State has won a game in the tournament. But what a start. If you really want to draw up a perfect start to a baseball game, I don't think this could have been any different than that. Taking a 7-0 lead into the 38 is absolutely massive, especially for a team that had no idea if they're going to go into the Big Ten tournament at all. Minnesota had to be swept, and they were swept. They were able to get in on tiebreakers, but that did not seem to diminish what this team can do. That does not seem to diminish what this team did in game number 1 of this tournament. Really, Michigan State was overall pretty aggressive when it comes to the first couple innings. I thought really their play appearances were awesome. I thought they were going after Cole, Van Essen. I thought they were really able to cause Purdue issues, and they were able to take advantage of a massive mistake, a massive error in this one. And that's the biggest part of this game, in my opinion, is not only taking advantages of mistakes, but also playing pretty clean baseball. And that's exactly what Michigan State did for the most part. Playing key baseball is absolutely important in tournament play. This is a double elimination part of the tournament, but you really wanted to get out to a good lead, get out to a win, have an opportunity to then win one more game, and then guess what? You're in single elimination. You have no idea what's going to happen there. You want to be able to get there to give yourself a chance. And Michigan State was able to do that, especially guys like Khamaree Thomas, Parker Picot, Randy Seymour, Nick Williams. Every single player in this lineup besides Ryan McKay was able to at least get one hit in that game. And that's honestly the biggest surprise to me is Ryan McKay overall has kind of struggled, at least for how good I think he is and for kind of what his last couple of years have been. But he's been a huge part of this defense. He's been a huge part of this team. And really having everyone have a hit besides him, I think is obviously a good sign. It means that these guys are not only being aggressive, but getting the bat on the ball, hitting it very hard. And obviously guys like Parker Picot, man, he has been so red hot lately. I believe he's had 9 home runs in 11 games. He's just been absolutely crushing the ball. It was an absolutely no doubt shot to left field. Didn't even give the outfielder an opportunity to even run towards it. He just looked at it. It was gone. What a massive shot. Khamaree Thomas, I thought had the defensive player of the game. I thought I really had the game-saving defensive play. That catch over his shoulder in center field was, in my opinion, the best defensive play that was made in this one. I thought Dane Murphy was probably the best defensive player overall, but when you talk about a play, if Khamaree Thomas does not make that play, if he doesn't have the impact he had in this game, couple hits as well, this is a game that could have a real opportunity to be uncomfortable. And even though it could have got real uncomfortable, it kind of did get uncomfortable down the stretch of this game, but heading into really the 8th inning, you felt very confident that Michigan State was going to win that game. 8-0 yet. Aidan Donovan was brilliant in this game. He did have 2 earned runs. Those 2 earned runs obviously came in the 8th inning. And you're struggling a little bit when Purdue was able to get a little bit more going offensively. But really besides that, I thought he was able to paint corners. I thought really he threw the ball. I thought his command was brilliant. I thought he was doing everything and anything you ask of your number 1 guy. And he's really been by far the most consistent pitcher that this team has had this year. So Aidan Donovan deserves a ton of credit, in my opinion, probably player of the game. He really obviously gave Michigan State not only an opportunity to win this game, but was able to get them 7 2/3 inning, on a strikeouts, only 1 walk. Obviously, those 2 earned runs kind of got Purdue maybe a little bit back into that game, got a little bit of momentum. Obviously, Khamaree Thomas's catch in center field really kind of ended that for Purdue, but Aidan Donovan absolutely deserves a ton of credit for this game. And Logan Picort came in, struggled a little bit. Nolan Higgins came in. I thought he threw pretty well. Obviously, if you're Jake Boss Jr., you didn't want to necessarily have 2 bullpen pieces throw in this game, especially when you're up 8-0, 8-2 going into the 9th inning. But what matters at the end of the day is they absolutely shut the door. And that's exactly what Michigan State, a nice strikeout by Nolan Higgins to end things. And Michigan State absolutely deserves a ton of credit for this game, a ton of credit for this performance. This is a team that, if they play very well they're going to be competitive. And they've been competitive in these series all year long. It's just not been the way that they've wanted it to go. This is a team that can get hot. This is a team that absolutely has an opportunity tomorrow against Iowa to get into the single elimination tournament. And like I said, when you get in there, anything can happen. Michigan State has a huge opportunity tomorrow against Iowa. If this is the type of pitching, if this is the type of hitting Michigan State, that game could be really fun against Iowa. That is a very good Iowa team. That is an Iowa team that hits a ton, but they're really coming off of a solid, good performance from Purdue. So congratulations to Michigan State. Good luck tomorrow. Great win for the Spartans. And let's see how they play tomorrow against Iowa. But thanks for tuning into this episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment as well, and tune into other recaps and episodes as well.